Yeah, welcome back to Dublin City Comics YouTube channel. We're just going to be basically doing another unboxing. This week we've got actually a figure from a company that kind of revolutionised the toy industry. Spawn from McFarlane Toys. Spawn is Lieutenant Colonel Al Simmons, created by Todd McFarlane back in 1992. Image from Image Comics, when him, Jim Lee, Eric Larson, Will Portacio, Rob Liefeld and Mark Silvestri all left Marvel Comics and basically set their own publishing company, which has become very, very successful for independent creators and everything else. Spawn, Savage Dragon, and a few others are still, who were created back in them original comics, are still going. And Todd went on to make McFarlane Toys, which basically he retained the rights to his own company, his own creations. So he actually made action figures and did change the industry, because with him he brought in actually talented sculptors, designers, and everything else. So thanks to Todd, you now have NECA Toys, Mezco, and everything else making action figures and toys and everything else look like the actual product what they're designed on, rather than just like chunky little He-Man versions and everything like that. So enough with the history lesson. This is basically Spawn Colour Top. It's not an action figure, it's more of a statuette. So what is a Spawn Rebirth, as you can see there? It's just basically a little title, because it's basically based on the original, well, not the original Spawn design, but when he re-emerged in issue 32 with his kind of new armoured look and everything else. But it's the first new Spawn figure in a long time, and it's good to see him go back to basics. So the colour tops, the Walking Dead figures have been out, and the video game figures as well come like this. That's basically blue for comic mostly, and red for video games so far, or TV shows. But basically comes like this, so if you want, you can use a nice little display, you can leave them like that. But that's not what you're here for. You want to see this. So, trusty blade. We should go in and inspect the goods. Hopefully no necroplasm comes out. So, slides out, and straight away you've got the base, which come with the rest of the colour top range as well. And then we've got Spawn himself in here, and we've got the guns and bits and pieces. Again, he's not an action figure, it doesn't say, it's more of a statuette, so this could be a quick one. So, get this careful. Again, if you have snips or scissors, you'll know some of them have twisty ties and things like that. Some people like to twist them off, we'll just basically cut them here and there. And then there's a bit of tape here as well. So, again, with figures like these, like in likes of neck and stuff like that, you will have a bit more pinch around them. These ones seem to be straight away, come straight out of the box. But if you're anything you're feeling resistance, be careful, just peel apart the plastic. So, here's the figure itself. It's got some lovely detail. It's got a bit of movement here. There we go. Make him an offer he can't refuse. It looks like he's waiting on a telephone call there. There you go. So, you got movement in the elbows, a bit of joints there. Again, it's not an action figure, so don't expect to go mad. Some of the previous Spawn figures, the chains weren't solid like this, and they're just basically, they were actually real metal and could hang down, so it's actually good to see a bit of movement into them. So they're plastic as well. The cape, it's a solid plastic type version, but it's not for movement. So you got all the Spawn, the classic Spawn things there as well. The skull, bit of Deadpool pouches, spikes, and the chains and the cape. Again, it's not designed to be. I'd actually love like a Marvel Legends style, fully 32 points of articulation Spawn, but hint, Todd, if you're listening. But this is what we have at the moment. So hopefully this resurrects a whole new bunch of Spawn figures. There's a tab here underneath, going to the base. So we'll put him there, and so that is Spawn down there. So as you can see, it's I don't know if this comes off. You probably would be able to take her off if you want to just have Spawn like that as he is, but as he's depicted in many times, he does come with loads of weapons. Todd likes his futuristic military weapon type things, so we shall cut these out and insert. So you get two nice weapons there. What looks like grenade launcher comes shotgun. So there are two weapons you want. And it looks like we should be putting this one here. Again, they're probably interchangeable, but straight out of the box. If you're ever getting resistance on a figure going in, don't try and force it. If you want, you can actually have a little tub of, or a little jar of warm water, not boiling water obviously, but warm water, or a hairdryer, and what you can do is just heat up the parts slightly, and it softens them up and makes them a bit more malleable. So don't go forcing breakages. If you do get a breakage, just let us know, because we can actually help. Sometimes we can help with stuff like that. So let's try and get this in here. Yeah, it's going in. as with most McFarlane stuff as well, things do tend to fit a lot easy into things there because they're designed with that in mind. It's more like a ready-made statue. More of the reasons they have joints on is probably for when they're making the mould and putting the piece together as well. But more or less, that's it. That's your spawn. So you can, again, there's not much to the posing or the articulation. So I just want him in a killer pose. You can probably switch the guns around as well. So that one's lying down this way and then he's aiming this one up like that. Yeah, well actually we could try that, just to test that theory. See, once the pieces have gone in, it makes the grip a bit more adjustable. Yeah, that hand's obviously designed for this one as well to hold it. Right, that doesn't want to go in without. Again, you can heat her up and everything else, but again, just to show you can switch the guns around bits and pieces. It's not exactly sitting perfectly, but again, if we heat her up later on, you can actually pose it in there so you can have the gun up like that as well, or just down by the side. But that's basically it. That's the new Spawn figure. That's out this week. It goes for €25. We have a couple of in stock. Hopefully it's the start of a range of new Spawn figures, hopefully action and posable figures, but for the time being this is Spawn. Yeah, if you like the videos, just subscribe to our channel on YouTube. If any questions or anything else, hit us up on YouTube or on our Instagram, Twitter or Facebook as well. Just search for Dublin City Comics, and we'll see you again in another video. See you later, bye.